everyone. Welcome to another episode of the Peach&Wine podcast. For this episode, we have.
Welcome.
Sorry. Sorry, say it again. Do it again.
Welcome.
Here you go. Now everyone can hear you properly without me cutting you off.
It's okay.
So, for this episode, we prepared for you guys is story time. It's going to be like a I'm gonna say compilation, like multiple stories of us. All right, so one is gonna start, right? That's okay.
Yeah. Without further
All right.
ado,
Without further ado,
let's get
let's put the
into.
others into our adventures.
Yeah. Yeah, guys, it's a wild one. It's a wild one. It's weird because the first time that we actually recorded this story time was the first time that Peach heard the story, but unfortunately,
Mhm.
the recording had some issues, so we couldn't use it, so we had to do it over. So now it's gonna be the second time
Do
for
it
Peach
over
to hear
again.
it. So you guys are not gonna have a raw reaction of Peach, unfortunately.
Oh yeah, that's true.
But here we go. The story takes time a few weeks ago. I was going to the gas station that's next to my apartment building. And I mean, I didn't even tell you the beginning of the story. The story is about the first time that I had an encounter with a Karen. So, like I said, the story took place like a few weeks ago. And I was trying to like refill my gas for the week, and I went to the gas station next to my apartment complex. So I get to the station. For some reason that day it was like fully packed. There were like cars everywhere. All the pumps were taken, and for the pumps that were not taken, it was just what you call it? Out of service.
Like a kid.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, physical. Okay.
So I decided to just cuz I saw one pump that was where there was a lady who looked like she was almost done. So I was like, okay, I'm just going to turn around. I'm just going to turn around the station and then
Mhm.
wait for her to leave. And when she leaves, I'm just going to park where she's parked and then I can just use her pump.
Pumping
Yeah.
gas.
And across the street from her, there was another car. I mean, not across the street, the pump next to her, there was another car there. And I was like, okay, either one that's going to leave, I'll just take the spot. And by the time I'm turning, the person that was next to the lady moved out. And by the time I get there, there was already another car there and they parked in. I was like, okay, let me
Hmm.
do another turn so that when I come back, the lady probably should be gone because the other one is already done. So I do another turn. And when I turn, I see a gray SUV like doing the same thing. Like she just got in the gas station and she was like turning and she saw that there was no pumps available. So I guess she parked on the side, but I didn't pay attention to her
Okay.
because I mean everybody's minding their business. And
Yeah, I mean,
yeah, of course. So as I'm turning, I'm realizing that all the cars are like parked in the line. Like people are just literally just waiting behind cars
mhm.
so that when the car that's done pumping is done, they're just gonna pull over. So I'm like, okay, that's actually a great idea. I'm just gonna do that and go park behind the lady and just wait for her to be over. But I need
Yeah.
want to do it because I didn't want to give her the impression that she has to rush whatever that she was doing.
Mhm.
So that's why I kept on like turning around.
Mhm.
So I decided I'm gonna park behind the lady and just wait for when she's done. And as soon as I park, I hear someone honking their horn. And I'm like, did you hear that? I asked my sister, like, did you hear that? And she's like, yeah, but I don't think that's us, because there's nobody. We're literally not thinking because the way she's parked, she's like her the driver's side is facing the pump. So she's not even parked like she's behind it. She's like literally on the side, way far on the side. Because if I was able to put my car there, that means she was not even close, you know.
Yeah.
So and I see her like storming from where she is, and she parks next to me, and I see her like doing gestures and like
Ah,
mumbling something. And at first I
yo,
trust,
I'm picturing it.
yeah, like she's like moving her hands and blah blah. And at first I'm like confused, and I'm trying to be the bigger person, so I pulled down my window because she was on the passenger side, because my pump, my gas tank is on the driver's side. So I'm like pulling down the window to try to understand what she's saying. And she started telling me, like, oh, yeah, you just came here and I was parked over there because I was waiting for this pump to be
Ah,
free
it just came
so that
here.
I can. Thank you. I just came here and I was there before. But anyway,
Yeah.
she's like, I was waiting for this pump to be empty so that I could pull right up to there. And I'm like, at first I was trying to be, like I said, the bigger person. I was trying to be like, oh my God, sorry, I didn't know that you were actually parked there because you wanted to use the pump, you know. And I
Mm-hmm.
see that the
You
girl
can't
is
read your
still
mind.
bringing me attitude. And she's like, yeah, but then you have to move. I'm like, excuse you? First of all, who you talking to like that? And she's like, I'm just telling you that I was parked over there. So I said, girl, if you don't like lower your voice or your tone, we're not gonna go anywhere. I'm not going anywhere. I was actually trying to be
Yeah.
the bigger person and try to give you the benefit of the doubt and like probably move, because it's something that's gonna probably take you like 5 minutes. I live right across the street, so I wouldn't mind moving. But if you keep talking to me like that, like you think you can talk to me the way you want to, I'm
Mhm.
not moving. And she was like,
Oh
yeah,
Lord.
that's I don't know what she said. She said something, and I was like, you know what? At that point, I'm not leaving anymore. You can do whatever you want to. And she's like, oh my God, he just the worst person ever. That's why blah, blah, blah. She
Hey.
was going off and off, and I was just in my mind, I was just like, just get off your
Peach,
car.
peach, peach.
That was my thing in my mind. Just get off your car. Get off your car and like try to do something, like try to touch my car or like do something.
No, no.
Then now it's gonna be on. I was like, because my car, she's been through a lot. She's been through a lot.
Like, right, trying to touch
Yeah.
Nona.
So I was like, girl, touch my Nona, and it's on. So she was just like talking and waving. And as she was talking, I started just waving her by. And she just got so mad. And she literally flipped me her finger. And I just sent her a kiss, like, bye, girl. And she was so, so
Forget the middle
freaking mad.
finger.
Yeah. And the lady who
Was
was,
she old?
no, she wasn't old. That's the thing, though.
Like,
She
no,
was probably,
probably around that age.
yeah, my generation. Like, she was probably like in their late 30s, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And oh, I was, I was so happy about it. I was like, girl, like literally, if you came to me with a better attitude,
Happy to be petty.
yeah, I'm not. I mean, I usually am the person who's like heads on when there's a confrontation or when there's something that's not going my way. Let's say
Mm-hmm.
I'm receiving service and I don't like it, I'm gonna voice it over, But then there's a way to talk to
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
people. I never go to people with like full on attitude. You have to give me something
Yeah.
bad for me to be like, oh, I can do that better
Yeah,
than
that's
you,
true. I know that about you.
so
Mm-hmm.
and I was actually trying to de-escalate the situation because I didn't know for how long she was there. I didn't know.
She said
Yeah,
no.
like, I didn't know what was her intention, and I really didn't mind because I live next to the gas station. If she had come up to me like, "Hey, I'm
You know,
sorry.
act
Yeah, I'm
nicely.
sorry. I didn't know that you also wanted to use it, but I was parked there because I was waiting for the lady to move." I would probably be like, "Oh, fine. You can just come and I'll be right behind you." But she was
Right.
trying to,
She said you were the worst
yeah,
person.
and I showed her that I was the worst person. So I was like,
Petty,
girl,
petty.
you're not gonna. I mean, she sped off the gas station. I was like, yeah, G, you better go find another station because if you're waiting for that one, that specific one right here, you're gonna wait after
I'm not
me, like
moving.
for real. So
Mm.
yeah, guys, that's how I met my first entitled person. Who thought that the
I
entire
would have
station
laughed.
was for her, that she could have just like kicked me out because she was parked on the side. But I mean,
I would have laughed like a nice ghetto girl from
I know.
Gabon.
I know.
Like
But
seriously.
you know my sister,
And
she's
if you
so
come there,
quiet.
like,
So she will probably scare like what is this girl gonna do?
yes, oh, leave the poor angel.
I know. Because I asked her like, am I tripping? Did I do something wrong to her? And she's like, no, actually
Hmm.
she was like parked way far from the pump, so we couldn't
Man,
even
the people are like this
there.
everywhere.
I know, right?
Like anytime I can do something like this too. First of all, anytime I get on the road, I'm not gonna lie, I'm ready to fight
Me too, girl. Me too.
because I can't with these people from Baltimore. They just drive like the road belongs to them. No,
You know one thing, I don't
but
want to cut you off. You know one thing is like
no, go
every
ahead.
time I go to Baltimore, and even when I went there with my
Hmm.
sister, she was like, "Oh my God,
Hmm.
people are actually civilized here." Like driving
Eh?
in Baltimore, for me, who lives in Florida, trust me, driving in
Mhm.
Baltimore is like vacation for me. It's like you guys are probably one
Yo,
of the best drivers in like the country.
I
But
guess.
I mean, probably because you live here, you live there, you also have like bad
I live
encounters. But
here.
from my
Hmm.
experience, it's not as bad as here.
So I guess if I drive down to Florida, I mean, I'll just blast off because I don't have the
I
patience
know. I know.
when I
I
drive.
saw you honking my
That's
horn
actually bad though.
while I'm driving here. You like you got you got honk, and I'm like, girl, here in Florida, you're just gonna waste your time. Just let them
No,
go. Just go your way, and whenever you can push in, push yourself into. Just go with the flow.
my little sister, the crazy one. They took me out a couple of weeks ago, and then a guy he was driving a very small car, and we have an SUV, so he was trying to squeeze in to come in front of us. My sister, you know the crazy one. She said, "Are you dumb?" Unking, 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 and she was right though. That girl, I don't know why she started. She literally had to race the guy and be in front of him, tell him you shouldn't do what you did because that could have like we could have had an
Sure.
accident right there. I understood her, but I was like, yo, do not race with me in the car. Let me race. Don't race with me in the car.
Exactly. That's always what I say.
But that's
I
the
can do
people.
that. Don't do that with
They
me.
drive without thinking. Yes, but let me tell you a story that I
Hmm.
encountered. I was my dad sent me and my sister and the little
Hmm.
ones. Um, he wanted me to. Sorry, he wanted me to do a how you call it? The pictures for the passport
Passport
thing.
pictures.
So yeah, passport pictures. Yeah.
You like the passport, the
So
pictures for the passport. Oh my God, this girl.
you're making me laugh. I need to tell my story. So first of all, I didn't want to go because it was super late,
Mm,
and I was like, okay, dad is tired because usually he don't send me out.
mm.
I mean, he don't send us out. He would just do his thing. So we're going, and it's late, and he was lucky rushing me to not in a bad way, but just like, hey, mama, it's going to be, the CVS is going to close.
Mm,
Go now,
mm.
please, please, please. So I'm like, okay, dad, I'm heading there. I'm going there, blah, blah, blah. Going to the CVS down the Bel Air Road.
Oh, Belle Road.
If you know Bel Air Road, you know
If
Bel
you
Air
know,
Road.
you know.
If you know, you know. Our park, unfortunately, we couldn't do the pictures because the guy was alone and he had a queue, so he would still need to taking care of some
Mm,
customers. So I was like, okay, let's just go. We're gonna do this early in the morning tomorrow. So I'm going back in the car. I let the kids get the candies, whatever. We're getting back in the car, and here's this heavy. Okay, we don't say FAT word. I'm gonna say thick. Heavy set, thick female. She got a bonnet on the head. First of all, I don't like that bonnet thing. I'm not gonna lie. I sleep with it, but I'm not going out
I
with it.
know, right?
She has that in the head, and she has a little baby. She has a baby girl, probably about my son's
Mm,
age, in the front seat. So I'm criticizing already.
yeah.
Like, why is she in the front
And
seat? But
why
never
she
mind, not
shouldn't
my
be in the
business.
back with a car seat, bro?
With the car seat, so I'm reversing my car to go because the CVS has the main entrance. It's a one way entrance, and the exit is the other way. So the lady, thick, heavyset lady, was trying to go out from the
Oh my
entrance.
god.
I'm thinking, I'm like, okay, girl, you see me
Mm,
trying to
mm.
reverse because the exit is just behind you. So why can't you just turn your car around and then, go to the exit? So she's honking me. Bam, bam, bam. Don't you see? I'm trying to go out this way. I said, I'm looking at my little sister, the calm one
Mm,
with the angel
I
voice.
know.
I'm like, okay.
And
I'm looking at my
why
sister
are they
like
always
that.
screaming though?
Exactly. I don't know. I don't know. I do not know. I don't know why they always need to like. I'm like, is she yelling at me? What just happened? So I'm lowering my thing, the window down. I said, what? I'm trying to go out. I'm like, no. You know the exit is just behind you, so why don't you go the other way around?
Exactly.
She's forcing, like, she's hunking me. She's putting a high beam on.
Oh my
I said,
god.
girl, okay. I'll reverse my car. I'm like in the middle. I was in front of the main entrance.
Mm,
In front there, bam. So whoever was trying to come in, I'm just like, you know what? I can't go anywhere. I can't go nowhere because she's blocking the way.
exactly.
So she step, she kept honking, cussing me out, calling me names,
Oh my god.
calling me names. She put a high beam on. She was trying to blind me, like literally, we're all wearing glasses
Of
already.
course.
So she was just trying to piss me off. So I said, all right. At the end of the day, I'm already upset.
That's it.
I'm just ready to do whatever I will have to do tonight. If I need to fight, I might have a fight. Yes. And then my little sister was like, no, 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 we have kids. We have kids in the car.
Always these
And
girls.
your godson was like, she was like, no, she was like, no,
Non-confrontational girls.
no.
These girls, they look like they
Right.
haven't been raised in Africa, which is weird.
Listen, listen, that's true. So and your godson was like, mommy, why is she saying all these words to you? I said, son, just get your candy. We're gonna get out of here pretty soon. Don't mind her,
You should
okay?
have said
She's just
she's just an
upset.
angry
But she's
lady.
wrong though. Yes, oh, she's just upset. I said, oh. I was like, okay. And then I mean, after cussing me
Mm,
out and she has a kid in front. I'm just like, okay, so she's saying all these words
mm,
and you have your baby with you, like you don't even think. And you are wrong. But at the end, maybe because she saw people behind me,
mm,
like because another car was trying to come into the pharmacy
mm.
too. So she ended up turning and going to the exit. That was easy. Just do this and
Exactly.
then that's it. Would have been gone since.
Exactly.
He was just trying to be smart.
That's the thing with them.
And I was ready to. That's the thing.
Mm,
When I drive, I'm just ready to do everything. I feel like it's actually worse. Sometimes I was just like, okay, I think the bus wasn't bad,
I know, right? At least you don't
but
have to
no.
deal with that. And it's just
Yes,
like you just sitting and there's a whole bunch of people. So, I mean, I don't know. The bus is probably not the best, but the bus will
it's not the
probably
best, but
run a
it's just
car over. Yeah,
okay.
they'll just be like, I have the priority,
Yeah.
so let me go. But
Mm-hmm.
when you drive, it's like it's crazier because
Mm-mm. It's a whole different thing.
I
It's a
mean,
whole different thing. People drive like the road. It's just
it's
for them.
theirs. Like
No.
literally, you don't
Mm-mm.
know how many times a
Literally
day
theirs.
here I have to like push my brakes so hard for someone not to hit my car or like for because here especially in Florida, oh my god, it's like some people on the internet usually literally just tell us straight up that do you guys just get licenses from cereal boxes or what? Do you even go to driving school?
Yeah, cereal
I'm
boxes.
telling
That's
you,
a
like
good one.
people from out of Florida, when they visit Florida, they're like, you guys are
Mhm.
the worst drivers. Like, it's like people here, they don't even try to respect like the right of way or the stop signs
Oh
or like,
Lord.
no, they just straight up cut you off,
One
do whatever
thing,
they want to do, and then ends up on fight, like
see,
fights.
one thing that I hate here, they don't use the lights. See, I always get upset when someone in front of me is about to turn and don't use his light.
Hmm.
I get
Then
upset.
you'll be
I
fighting
get super
every
upset.
driver in Florida. You're gonna be fighting every
I get
drivers in
upset.
Florida because here it's just for decorations. My God.
Oh
It's
my
just for
god.
the beauty of the car that we have blinkers and all that. No,
Or they're gonna, oh Lord,
we
no.
don't use turn
Or they're
signals.
gonna wait until they get to the turn
Yeah,
and
that
then
there was one day I was on the, I don't know, it was this week, and I was driving, and
hmm
there are two types of drivers here in Florida. There are the one that don't use the the turn signals, or the one that just use it to tell you that I don't care what you're saying, I'm moving. I'm just telling you that I'm moving, so
hmm
you better watch out. So and there are the ones that literally do not use it. And then you have the third
hmm
ones that you see me showing you that I'm trying to switch lanes, but as soon as you see
yeah.
my turn signal, you like literally speed
hmm
to stop me from like switching lanes. And I'm like,
This too.
bro, I'll be the one fighting. Like,
Oh
you're
Lord.
gonna hit my car. It's fine because you're gonna be wrong. Because I had my turn signal on, and then
hmm
you were far away, and you decided like, hey, I'm just gonna speed so that you cannot turn. Like,
Yes, that
it's just so
too. We face
annoying.
that here.
But I
Mm-mm.
mean,
I'm a road rager because of that. Yeah, seriously, I am. I am.
I'm too.
You can't try. You can't have a road trip with me because I will
Oh,
fight.
I'm.
I will keep
I don't
talking.
fight, but then I will scream at the drivers. I'll be like, "What the
Okay, yeah, I probably
hell?"
won't fight if the person don't want to fight.
Yeah,
But yes,
I'm a
I will.
screamer.
I will just raise my
And
voice, honk. If I'm not driving, I will honk it.
something that
I will honk the
I
wheel for you.
realized like after driving, because
Mm-hmm.
before I used to be afraid of driving, because I've been in a
Mm-hmm.
car accident when before I came to
Mm-hmm.
United States. So I was a bit afraid of driving, and I usually trusted
Mm-hmm.
people driving me. But then once I went back to driving
Um,
and I got more comfortable with my driving myself, but now, bro,
mhm.
I don't let people drive me. I'm always afraid when somebody's driving me and they do like crazy stuff that I would
Uh,
normally do. In my mind, I'm like, okay, don't do that when I'm in the car with you. You can do it when you're by yourself. I
mhm.
can do it when I drive. Because if I get in a car accident, at least it's going to be my fault. I don't want you to kill me.
Mhm, your fault.
So I'm always stressed out when
Yeah.
somebody else is either driving my car or somebody else is driving me. Like when I take Ubers, sometimes I feel like just telling the driver, please pull up, let me take the car, let me drive for you. Let me just drive because now I don't really feel
I actually
comfortable.
experienced that though.
Yeah. It's
I had a driver who actually, a Uber driver who let me drove his car.
really.
Just, but it was just a little turn because, oh yeah, it was fun. Because I was almost at I was going to school,
Mm,
and I was just supposed to make a
mm.
turn. That was it. It was just a minute thing.
No, that's good.
So it was like, "Do you want to get it on the wheel?" I said, "Yeah." You want to get on front? I said, "Yeah, why not?"
It's still cool. He actually
It was
trusted you with
fun.
his
It
car.
was nice and fun.
I wouldn't trust a
Yeah, it's his
stranger with
car.
my car. I
I,
don't know
it
if
was
you
cool. It was
remember
super
when you
cool.
came for your birthday and one of the girls in the group you were in were like, "Oh, Riley, I can drive your car." And I'm like, "Girl, no, especially not in Florida. You drive in Maryland. You don't drive in Florida. I don't trust people driving my car in Florida. If I give you my car, for
Um,
everyone that already has like drove my car, if I gave you my car, that means somehow I trusted you driving. Cause
you just trust the
yeah,
person.
cause I'm so
Are you gonna
picky
give
about it.
the Are you gonna give your car to Muscle Man?
I I'm thinking
Why you took so long to answer?
I might because he did drove.
Just imagine how it drove
I
here.
mean, that's what I say. That's why I say I might because he did drove the
Okay.
almost the same model as mine, and he's a pretty, to be
Mm-hmm.
honest, he's a pretty good driver. He's like he drives like a
Yeah.
Miami driver, so he'll be fine here. You know,
Mm-hmm.
he'll be like
Yeah.
a fish in the water in Miami in Florida. So there's no problem. I would definitely trust him with my
Mm.
car, but
All right. Okay.
yeah, there are a
Mm.
lot of people that I wouldn't
Okay.
like. Oh my god, no. Every time I travel, like when I used to live in South Beach, when I would
Mm-hmm.
travel, I would give my car to my friend, one of my friend that's here,
Mm-hmm.
and I mean I love that girl. Like I trust her with a lot of things, but
Yeah.
every time that I would leave
Mm-hmm.
my car with her, I would always have anxiety, and I know that sometimes it
Oh.
helps her because she doesn't have a car, so when I travel I like to tell her that, hey, do you
Yes.
want to use the car because it's going to be parked anyway. So but then I always have
That's
so
good
much
though. That's
anxiety.
good.
Yeah. And I'm like, oh my god, what if she crashes the car? And what's funny is like most of the time she
Mm-hmm.
won't even use it for the entire time that I'm out. She's probably gonna use it like two or
Oh.
three times,
Mm-hmm.
and then she'll be like, oh, you
Mm-hmm.
can just come pick it up. Like, okay, I was panicking for no reason. But that's the thing. Like, when you have something that's yours, you're like a bit protective of it. Like, you don't want
Yeah.
anyone. It's like when you have your own apartment or your own house for the first time. You're not gonna let anyone and everyone just get in your house. You're gonna have to be. You're gonna be
Yep.
like, okay,
Yep.
if I let you in my house, that means I trust you because not
I
everyone
trust
is coming
you.
in.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's how.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, yes. You have another story for us?
I mean,
Actually, I think I do.
You do, but if your story is like less than 20 minutes, we're good.
Yeah, I wanted to talk about when you went to I mean, I don't remember much. I wanted to talk about La Solita del Solo.
La Solita de Soho. Oh my God. I don't know why
Yes, our
this
favorite
girl called
hotel
it
in New
that. La
York.
Solita de Soho. I'm telling you, they need to
That's
give
even
us
it.
like a free room, like a free stay if these podcasts ever make it to like viral because
It
we
will.
love
Come on
La
now. It will.
Solita
It will.
Soho. We
Ah.
love it. We only spent
Yes, I
one
do.
night and one day there. One day and one night there, but it was great. I don't know if we're gonna have enough time to
Actually,
tell the whole story time,
no, that's okay.
but I mean, it was just a quick
It's
trip
all right.
to New York
New York.
where we actually. I mean, guys, we're gonna come on this story another time. We're gonna come back on this story another time, and
Yeah.
I mean, it is a very interesting
I mean, we can.
story when we talk
Yeah,
about
it's
the
fun. It
rats.
was fun. For okay, so let's just hold it up for another
I'm not
story
gonna,
time.
yeah, we're not gonna talk about it, but we're gonna talk about the day that we almost got beat up in the bus. When we,
Oh yeah.
we always got punched in the bus
Yeah.
after school. We were just
Oh my
we
goodness.
were just
Seigneur.
literally starting school in Notre Dame, and to go home.
Brand new
I
student.
know, right? And we were like literally new in the entire, like the entire country. So we go to the bus station after class. We go to the bus station. It
Mm-hmm.
was me, Peach, uh our friend, our
Another
good
friend of
friend
ours.
from
Yeah.
Congo, and then
Mm-hmm.
our family friend. We were all together.
Mm-hmm.
And so we get to the bus, and the bus comes. So Peach and the friend, they go ahead, and I was behind with our friend from Congo, and we were like waiting for them to get in, and we didn't know what was going on. We didn't know what happened when they got
I,
on the bus. But then we
I don't even know why we. I thought we actually maybe pushed her because the bus was packed.
mm,
So I thought we missed, like, without, not intentionally,
yeah.
but kind of pushed her over or
Mm.
whatever. But
Oh my god, that was
mm-mm.
enough for her.
She
Cause
was
then,
trapped in the house.
cause then we go inside the bus, me and the Congolese friend, and since there were
Hmm.
no more I mean no more seats available, so we stood up
Seats.
like next
Hmm.
to, I think the family friend, I think she was sitting. I don't know if you were sitting too, but we were literally like standing facing
No, I think
her.
I was
Yeah, we
standing,
were.
and the family friend was
Yeah,
sitting.
because we
Yeah.
were literally standing facing her. And then next thing
Hmm.
I hear like someone mumbling behind us. And as soon as we came in, we were like,
All these
we
Africans.
started talking in French and all that. And I see someone is mumbling behind us, like she's saying something like really, she's really upset. And the Congolese friend and I are looking at each other and like, is she talking to us? And we looked at you both, and you were like, I mean, we don't know. And I don't know how she figured what we were saying.
How do we know? We wouldn't even.
Exactly.
Exactly.
I don't know how she figured what we were saying. She just turned and looked at us like, "Yes, I'm talking to you, sisters. You you don't need to speak a different language when you address to me, sisters." Like,
Ha!
what?
Yo,
What just
that was
happened?
proof, proof,
Oh
proof
my
that we were just like
god. Oh my
newcomers.
god.
Try me now.
Exactly. And she was like, and she already had like asked for a stop. So she kept on talking, and then when she left, she was like, "Yeah, you don't need to speak a different language and blah blah blah. Or if you're not happy about it, you have to leave, sisters." And the way she was emphasizing on the sisters. I was like, "Oh my god, are we gonna die today? Oh, what does she want from us?" But I mean, we were
Oh
so
my
scared that we didn't even answer. We were literally all just looking at each other like, what's gonna happen if we
god. We
say
were squeezing
something?
ourselves on the bus. We were squeezing ourselves in the bus.
Exactly. That was just like, oh my god. But now today when we think about this story, we're like, oh my god, if something happened to us like that, we're like, bring it on. Bring it on.
I said, what? Is it my fault if you don't speak any other
Thank
language,
you.
man?
Oh my god.
Is it?
That was just like so
Lord
crazy because we were
Jesus.
so scared. We were like, oh my god, this girl can literally beat all of us up and we're not gonna do anything.
Yes, and then the thing is, like, we were all scared, right? But I just kept picturing our friend's face.
She's like
She was so
she was
scared.
like very
She
confused and
was
scared at the same time. Like, what just happened? What did we do? What did I miss? But this girl,
yes.
she was, oh my god, no, no.
Oh Lord.
God bless her heart because we were
Exactly.
just
She's so
so
adorable.
scared. But yeah, guys, that's how we
Oh
actually
Lord.
learn how to become Americans and learn how to interact with Americans to
Mm-hmm.
like all
You
those
need to
little,
go through this.
yeah, all those little like
The
fights
little bully
and
stuff. She literally
bullying.
bullied
Yeah.
us. She did
I
bully
know that
us.
she
Mm-hmm.
literally did because she looked at us and she's like, yeah, these girls,
She did bully
they look
us.
like trash.
Mm,
I can push them over.
yeah. If she wasn't alone, you would probably. Yeah, at some point, I actually believe that if she wasn't by herself,
Mm,
she could have started
sure.
something, because she was alone.
Mm.
If she
If she had
back then,
friends.
mhm, if she actually tried to touch one of us, we could have at least
Yeah.
defend ourselves, because we were four
Mm.
and she was just alone. But if she was with someone else,
The thing, we was just
she was going to
scared
do
because we
something.
didn't know and we weren't sure like
Yeah.
if
Mm-hmm.
she just was crazy or if she was just normal. So
That's what I thought. I thought she was sick in her
yeah,
mind.
because you know,
That's
in
what I
Africa
thought.
we don't interact with sicko, like people crazy in their minds. We don't interact with
Yes.
them.
We
So
don't.
I mean,
Like even Lazy Devil back home. No.
bring it on.
If bring it on. Exactly. That's the worst thing though. That's the worst thing when you're not home.
Mm,
But
it was a fun experience. So yeah,
now it is fun.
I mean, we're laughing about it today. So
Right.
it was fun because you just think about your faces that day, and you're like, "Oh my god, I cannot believe that's how I reacted." But
It's funny how you actually
mm,
remember it. You know what? I would talk to a
uh,
friend. I would answer if she actually
remember the story
remembers
like that? Yeah,
you remember the
we
story.
should ask her. But anyway,
We should, right?
thank you guys for listening for today's
So
story
little story
times. We
times.
hope you enjoyed
Mm-hmm.
it and you laughed with us.
I did.
I know. So don't
I'm doing
forget
a happy
to
dance.
subscribe on all our channels: Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and we have TikTok too. And
Mm-hmm.
you can listen now. You can listen to the Peach and Wine podcast on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Anchor,
Yes.
and everywhere you can listen to a podcast. So you don't have a reason not to listen to the Peach and Wine, right,
No,
Peach?
we don't.
So on this
No,
note,
they don't
we'll
actually.
see you on our next one.
On the next episode. See you
Bye.
guys. Bye.